So here's Matilda. And as far as I can see, I haven't reviewed it yet. And so, context. I watched the original when I was younger. I don't know how young I was. I think I was like 10, I don't know. I was like young enough when the thing came out. I know I didn't watch it exactly when it came out, but I watched it like a couple years after on DVD. Like I found it at one place and I rented or borrowed it. I don't know where, I don't know how. I know I watched it when I was younger. Besides the point. And I liked it. I liked the original sort of like directing and artistics, and I liked all of it. And then we moved on to the musical. I've watched the musical stage version twice. One was with the one version I watched more specifically that I remember going to, I think it was around like Brighton area, because I know I went down a Pacific Path and it wasn't one that I'd been down before. It was like some like more cobbly street, because like most of our other places are in London and don't have less like cobbles on their streets, which I'm not denying looks kind of memorable and looks kind of nice. I'm kind of a person with like old-fashioned building things I like. I live in London, yet the one type of brick that I was always wanted my house made out of is that I don't know what it's technically called, and I know I'm making it around here, but I do not care. I am gonna finish this. It's sort of like that Liverpool brick red. That's sort of like Liverpool brick red, which I think just looks nice. Anyway, not the point. So I watched that twice, and I loved it. I thought it was really good and really awesome, and I saw another version, etc, etc, etc. So, that is just the context, which is just taking like nearly 2 minutes to explain where I'm at with this. Movie, musical, and I think I read the book once, but I really don't remember much about it. I remember just flicking through it once, and that's it. So I don't even remember the book, I remember the more musical and movie version. That's me. Can't really read that much, so I don't bother. Now, I love this. I think it's awesome, creative, the way that it is set up. And I know other people have pointed this out, but the one thing that I like is that in musicals, in movies, it's here's a set piece and it feels like movie. Like it's made for a movie. The one thing which I feel like this has, and I like it for it, is it doesn't feel like, oh, here's a movie musical. Here's just a musical. Because it feels like when you saw like the stage play, you felt the chaos just happen. So when we have stuff like it, specific details, I'm not going into specific things, because the songs are being made public awareness that these songs exist. When the song like Rebelling Children happen, I think it's Rebelling Children, it's the song near the end, the second to last song. No, Revolting Children. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs. And one of the things I like is if you see the sort of like play version that they have on stage, you see and feel that chaos, and then when you watch it in the movie, you have these pans and cameras that make it feel not like this is no training and like none of it. All of the people who are dancing look like they are putting energy and effort into it, but like it feels like it's just as like not chaotic, but more, well, chaotic in a certain sense of like being like all over the place. Like it's moving and this and that. And some of them feel like definitely as like the ABCs. Definitely during the second verse, it feels like closed off. So I feel like they have put more attention into, oh, we have this here and that here. So this is the one thing which I like about this musical, and I am going to say it a lot, because like the way that they put people in specific positions, because the acting, amazing. The storytelling, I like Matilda. I can't say anything else. It's just Matilda, and the original Matilda was good, and this was good. And the set designs. The set designs, I think, are so good. And so, like... Because the one thing which I think Roald Dahl does is it has this level, and I think other people said similar sort of concepts of, like, fantasy realism in an odd way. Whereas, like, realistically, no one will be able to swing a girl with pigtails. But it has that, not like I care about realism, but it has that sort of level of, like, it's less fancy through, like, magic and this, but more like child looking up and, like, it basically looks like a way. Because, like, the stuff whereas, like, you have the chokey, you have this level of, like, some of the other kids seemingly have this layer of fear that's like, oh no. It's like, yeah, that's feels like how, like, a kid will sometimes view the world. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's creative. I think it's awesome. And again, I think the dancing, there's so much good to talk about this. I also like... I'm going to mention one specific actor because I wasn't sure. Because I was watching this at one point and I saw sort of like Miss Trunchbull. And Miss Trunchbull was like the main sort of like villain antagonist sort of stuff. And then I came to that scene where like she's first introduced. I'm like, oh, this is really good makeup. And then I showed it to her. It's like, oh yeah, that's Emma Thompson. I'm like, excuse me? That's Emma Thompson? Is it Emma Thompson? Just a sec. Yeah, it is Emma Thompson. So yeah, she's had Emma Thompson. And I know she's done other stuff with prosthetics before, which is one of my other sort of stuff that she's done before, which is Natalie McPhee, which, if you know, you know. But in this, that I did not recognize at all. I think it's just insane. It is awesome. And that is just the most insane. Like, how is that physically possible? This is magic. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Also, if you want to ask, ABCs and and it's made of spikes and wood. I think it's like the Chokey song. Those two are my favorite out of all of them. I do like the When I Grow Up because I think it's like nice and sweet. Where it's like, when I grow up, I'll be grown enough to answer all the questions. Again, they're just so nice. If you want to put into a comment your favorite, like, please put in your comment your favorite song for this, because I'm curious what everyone's favorite song about this is, and that would be one of the things I'm interested in. Again, this is just... It's not one song that I don't like. If one of the songs you don't like, put it in the comments. I'm curious if anyone doesn't like the song. I don't know why I'm mentioning this, but I'm curious. Definitely go and watch it. It is insane. So yeah. This. There you go. This is just so good and so insane. So I definitely recommend to watch. It just... I can't describe... Again, it was 9:40. I'm just going to keep this for 20 more seconds. I don't know. But it's just so creative, in my opinion. Yeah, I know it's a remix, but I don't care how they edit it. Is